I do these thread cards with my clients where I literally write random shit on note cards. You pick up the card and you speak for 60 seconds. And the only rule is you have to keep on talking, okay? This warms you up to be able to have conversation with anybody. So I start off and I do this 2 or 3 times. I'll tell them that whatever is on your card, you have to speak about it in 60 seconds. In somewhere between 45 and 60 seconds, you have to pass the conversation off to me. If the word is burgers, I'll talk about when I was younger, I used to go to Fuddruckers, and I used to get, it was a make-your-own burger, right? With a buttery bun, and you could choose like bison, ostrich, whatever. But you got the burger, and then you got to put all your accoutrement on it so you can kind of make it yourself, right? It was a ton of fun. It was similar to Murray's Party, where we had burgers and dogs and stuff, and it was kind of like Fuddruckers, right, Murray?
Yeah.
Okay. So I just incorporated him into the conversation. So I kind of passed the baton, and now he could talk about that. That's a skill. Talk about anything, pass the ball back, and then he kind of passed it back to me. Then you learn something called thread control, which is the ability to see a conversation 3-dimensionally, so you always know what's going on and you always have something to say. We talked about M-burger, and then I transitioned the thread, okay, so which means I changed the subject to Murray's Party. And so then I could have been like, dude, that party was awesome. That was on Memorial Day, right? Yeah, what did you do for Memorial Day? And then I talk about Memorial Day. So that's a change of topic. So then the game gets more advanced, and I pick up a card that says, that says pizza. It's not always food. I'm just hungry. And then Murray gets a card, and it says puppies. And now I have to take my conversation, right, about pizza, and I talk about pizza, pass the ball to Murray while still talking about pizza, and then Murray talks and then has to end the conversation in 60 seconds talking about puppies and make it relevant. This teaches you how to navigate throughout a conversation or a group conversation like a ninja, because you're seeing where it's going all the time. When you can see what these threads are and you can see it visually, it helps you notice where they are. Once you can notice where they are, you can consciously transition to puppies. Now, how does this relate to the real world? Well, that's related to dating. If you're talking to a woman about blankets, right? She's talking about this duvet cover that she just got, and then you're like, what's a duvet cover? And it's like, why wouldn't you just put the blanket on the blanket? Why you gotta take it? It doesn't make any sense to me. You want to transition the conversation to going on a date with her, or you want to transition the conversation to you've got tickets to the Bulls game, and to bring that up, you can. A lot of guys try to do this, but it just doesn't make any sense. It's not smooth. You know what I mean? But this shows you how to change the conversation to duvet covers to you've got Bulls tickets, and you might not just do one transition. You might tangent a little this way, then tangent a little that way, tangent a little that way, tangent a little that way, until you're talking about Bulls tickets. Using multiple tangents in a direction towards something you want to talk about is called veering, okay? So now that you know how to see the thread and you know how to move the thread, then you can move multiple threads, no matter where the conversation goes, to end up talking about what you're talking about. And then once you're talking about, you got Bulls tickets, they're club seats, all the free food, and they give you like actual desserts, like cookies that are this big, okay? How easy is it to get a girl on a date when you have that to offer, right? So now it just seemed like a very casual conversation. If you can do that, then, well, shit, you can move a conversation in any direction. Now we do something where you get a card, right? And it says ballpoint pen. And you start talking about that. That's how you get 60 seconds to turn this into asking her on a date. You have to figure out in 60 seconds how to veer it to make conversation sound relevant. Because if you ask a girl out of the blue, literally she's sitting there, you're like, hey, hello. She's like, hi. I'm like, I'm Spencer. She's like, I'm, Kelly, whatever. And you're like, I got tickets to the Bulls game. The club level seats where they give you the big cookies and all that. That's awkward. But if you start, how are you tonight? Oh, I was good. Were you out before this? Oh, we went to dinner. Fantastic. What'd you have? Oh, I had the pasta. Are you vegan? And now you thought, no, I'm not vegan. Well, I would consider myself a flexitarian. Someone who generally eats vegetables unless there's a circumstance of which only meat is provided. So I don't buy meat. I don't order it really. But if we're over here, we're having burgers, or Fuddruckers for nostalgic sake, I'll participate. So how do you then turn that into a conversation, into asking her on a date. When you have these skills and they're at your fingertips, taking your intention, putting yourself in position, like right place, right time, and then just pressing go and set your attention on something and start connecting with people. No matter where they guide the conversation, it's only a matter of time before you're winning the way that you want to.